Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. The topic that has been buzzing all over social media, in the news, in a real life, is what really happened. What was the cause of the takeaway of that JDF soldier, Meda. Now some people are say him take for himself. Some people are say it looked like somebody did in the vehicle, take him away, give him couple can, place the tool right in him hand in him lap, and then take away for themselves. The JDF wants to seem as if it is a takeaway by itself. However, anybody with an iota of sense, now I'm going to say him never take away himself, but there's some sorts of foul play. Something either happened that caused him to lose his life, whether it was before and then him place himself at that location and take for himself. Now, even if you're a pet detective, you would know that if somebody pipe up themselves, that tool is going to drop to the side, behind you, in front of you. However, it is not going to be looking as if it was tucked neatly between your lap, right beside your hand. That usually don't happen. The possibility and probabilities of that is minimal. Let's talk about what this man was facing before he actually lost his life. Based on information, it is said, confirmed that there is a case against him, that it is said that he touched up some little 12-year-old picnic that is. It is said that that little child went to the child picnic adversary, however them call it, Sissoko, or however them name, and made a formal report. And then the JDF, so the JDF have them own system of judicial, of prosecution. So therefore, it is said that he was on some sorts of watch list. When you're on a watch list, more than likely, you are not going to have access to any of the JDF's stuff, including their vehicle. So the vehicle that you see on the screen right now, that says JDF, it is said that after he realized that he was in a whole bunch of trouble, he left from camp, pretty much broke out with the people vehicle. So that is why that vehicle was at that location. Let's talk about the location in which all of this is said to have taken place. Palisades Main Road. When you're on that main road, especially after hours, is either you're there a jog, you go at the airport, you come from the airport, you live down where Glorious is, that is in Port Royal. Other than that, you have no reason being there. That is out of everywhere except for those places that I spoke about. However, whenever you drive, whether you're coming from the airport or going to the airports, you would notice that there's a whole bunch of vehicles that are parked there. Lights off. And you say to yourself, then hold on a minute, people are jog them time of night. Yeah? And yes, people do jog late in the night because it's cooler. However, there is popular for, let's say, if you don't have any money to go to any sort of hotel and you want to get your groove on, you want little heads, you want to get ahead in a life, or you want to give a little heads in a life. Symbiotic relationship. You give me some of this, me give you some of that. So therefore, a lot of that is going on because it saves on the expense. So therefore, you get the pleasure minus the expense in your vehicle. You can't go there walk foot. It is going to be too obvious whatever you are doing. However, that is not a part of the story. Now, people, the things that kind of caught my eyes, if you look at the picture right now, this is where the tool was found. Like I said, it is a unlikely possibility or probability that if him do what them claims say him do, the tool would have fallen right there, just stuck right there. So it looked like somebody placed it. If you look at this next picture, you would see with the circle right there, so that there is some sorts of abrasion of the hand, kind of consistent with somebody. I put them teeth mark on somebody. Somebody get ticked off and was retaliating. Maybe I try B-I-T-E him. Me just say, maybe a dog bite him. You know, so the JDF have them dog, where them go on operation with. So maybe the dog mistakenly bite him. But me just say, based on what is going on, the sequence of things, more than likely, somebody was there, some sort of female, unless, of course, a shibada or one of them fishy type of people that have feminine instincts of reaction. There's also a next picture, and people, remember, I was not there, so I cannot verify or validate that, yes, these pictures and the marks are of some sorts of entrance wound for some sorts of tool. But me just make you know what is exactly out there. If it is true or not, only time will tell. Those are supposed to be entrance of cornhole. Now, people, in my estimation, if somebody take with themselves, is either one straight in the cranium, one straight in the crown. However, usually you are not going to pie up two different places, and then when you realize, but that now work, I'm going to try the sure SHOT, call it that. So that is suspicion, on top of suspicion, that makes people believe that, listen, this was no sort of take for yourself dance, them a dance around the bush. The real motive or the real reason is that somebody more than likely took him away and then take for themselves. Don't know if it was one person, don't know if it was a couple of people, a lady and a man, some co-conspiracy for take away because of his action. Based on information that I am getting, it is that it was that same little 12 that it is said that he was in some sort of unauthorized relationship with of the SEXUAL type. Don't know, people, like me say, sometimes these men getting all sorts of mix up with all sorts of little picnic. It is not isolated. A lot of these men in a Jamaica, more than we can think, are PERVERTS. Them are petty to the max. So therefore, first thing first, a big man, whether him a 20, 30, 40, 50 or older, should not be in any sort of SEXUAL relationship with any picnic. And based on what I hear, it is said that the age of consent is probably 16 or 18. Let me know in the comment section. However, as a big man, me don't know what kind of conversation you can have with any picnic under 18 and in a some sorts of SEX. Never understand it, but like me say, different strokes for different folks. Jamaican men, them have a strange kind of fetish with little picnic. 2-year-old, them call it. So, when we look at everything, combination of everything, that this man was under some sort of watch, him thief the JDF vehicle, and him reach on that spot. And let me talk about that spot more again. More than likely, that spot that he was in was probably the spot where he used to take this little picnic in the night. People now gonna know who in the vehicle. Them see a vehicle pull up, vehicle tinted. Them no know what in there. This big old grey tone man and the little picnic in the vehicle. So therefore, this is probably a spot of familiarity. So therefore, the same place where he used to take that picnic and commit his evilous act, ironically, is the same place in which he end up losing his life, whether it is by self or it is by her inflicting. Now, the thing that is puzzling about this whole episode, this whole drama, is that people from the JDF, the representatives, they are not forthcoming. It seems as if they might try to sell people a 6 for a 9. It seems as if they want persons to think that this youth actually take for himself. It seems as if there is some sort of cover-up because them pretty much nah say nothing. Moms is the word. They are just speaking basically, yes. Him did in the vehicle, yes. Him did there the Palisades main road, and yes, him lose him life. However, it seems as if they are trying to do some sorts of throw off. So I want you to take a look to what a representative from the JDF that was on spot had to say, and then I'll give my piece.
The situation is currently under investigation, and we are working with our partners to try and ascertain the details surrounding the circumstances of this tragic incident. What I'm asking, though, is for members of the public and members of the media to respect the privacy and be sensitive to the situation at this time, as this is something, as you can expect, affect not just the family and loved one, but also the colleagues of the fellow service member.
Now, people, like me say, this man is telling us the obvious. This man is telling us what people already know more than likely. Well, they don't know what is the cause, well, we know what the motive is, or a possible motive might have been more, but at least we know, say, him under pressure bust pipe, so therefore him pipe up himself. This man does not want to talk about the case that man have on people. Maybe it is privacy issue, but don't you realize whenever there's any sorts of suspect, we hear everything about the victim. However, the suspect or the person that do the dirty act, people always are try to cover up. And when we talk about cover up, don't you realize that whenever the JDF, JCF do anything wrong, in this case the JDF, it is always, mums is the word, they are always tight-lipped. And then again, like me say, I guess they don't want it to go to court, and people say there was prejudice against this person, so therefore they are doing the legally right thing. In my eyes, in my opinion, this is called deny. This is called obstructing the truth. Not being 100% forthcoming of exactly what took place, because everybody knows, or anybody with any sorts of iota of sense would know that this is not a regular takeaway. It seems like somebody take him away and then take away himself, in my opinion. Maybe down the line, because we've seen it all before, we might hear that, here say, the conclusion, combat investigation is over. And I take away himself. People like me say, this is Jamaica, corruption is big, so therefore we can always expect the unexpected. We can always expect lies, denial, whenever we are looking for the truth. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, we've long heard that the JCF is very corrupted. Some of these cops are worse than the criminal. As a matter of fact, the only difference with these criminals and the popo is the badge. The government issued boots and the toll. We've heard that these popo are crooked. These popo are just like the common criminals. I am going to let you hear about an incident that occurred in a place called Petersfield, that is in Westmoreland, one of the hubs of scamming, lottery scamming that is. It seems as if the popo realize that a lot of these scammers, top choppers, are living in that era, and the popo want their percentage. The popo are move like clans and one order. So people, take a listen, take a look at this not so beautiful bean footage from TVJ News. Don't know exact date of this, however, the message is going to be the same even if it is old. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
You know, one more police now we lean. We tired of it. When they come ask the money, 1,500,000, where we get it from?
Residents of Petersfield in Westmoreland staged a protest on Friday, demonstrating against what they describe as police extortion in the area. They say around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF entered the community in unmarked vehicles and started firing shots at the residents.
Right now, we are afraid of the police more than anything else, because them just run in and start shoot. And them are extort people. When them come and can't get no money, then kill you with kick and lick. You understand what I say? So right now, they don't run good. We want justice, sir.
When the shooting subsided, 20-year-old Joshawn Atkinson, also a resident of the community, was discovered suffering from gunshot wounds.
So what the police said to you?
They didn't say anything. They didn't even know that they shot me because I was running at the time because they pull up in the place, start run down where people, me get panic and they shot me and me just run go drop a one part and people carry me to hospital.
The officer in charge of operations in Westmoreland, Deputy Superintendent Adrian Hamilton, said the lawmen were carrying out an operation in the area when they came under gunfire from men in the community.
So the police were on operation when they were confronted by a group of men who fired on them. The police, in defense of their lives, returned the fire. The area was checked. No one was found injured or anything. But subsequent to that, a young man, Joshua Atkinson, 20 years old, turned up at the Savamar Public Hospital, suffering from gunshot wounds to his thighs.
But the residents are insisting that the shooting was as a result of police extortion in the area gone bad.
That's right, then do it all the time. You see me? They're forward already, then get 300,000. They're not satisfied. Then forward, then get 500, they're not satisfied. You see me? Then grown that so then get $1 million, they're not satisfied. What will we do?
So you're saying that the police are extorting the youth in the community?
That's right.
Head of the Westmoreland Police Division, Senior Superintendent Robert Gordon, has since condemned the practice and is calling for the residents to formally report any extortion allegations.
I've heard it and I've always said to them, and I use this medium again. If it is that you are aware or if you give police money, one, you shouldn't be giving them any money. Two, we have means by how you can report these policemen or whoever that is collecting the money. Call 311, call 811, call 119, speak to a pastor, speak to anyone that you trust, that you believe that you can relay these corrupt practices to.
Now there's a saying that goes something like this: thief from thief, God laugh. But people, this is no sorts of joke matter. Now, like I said before, don't know the date in which this was recorded, this happened, this took place. However, the message needs to be the same. The message needs to get out there. The JCF, relevant authority, people need to know exactly what is going on. So therefore, when you hear certain things, we should not be surprised, because here it is in plain view on TVJ in a community called Petersfield, which is in Westmoreland. You notice that the people from TVJ did not ask the question like I am going to ask. What were you extorting them for? Because if you're a regular community and you just go about your 9-to-5 life, there's nothing to extort. In my opinion, some of these places, they are a hub epicenter for chopping, meaning lottery scamming. So therefore, the poor know, say, listen, these youths in these neighborhoods, because of the type of cars, they're always partying, all sorts of chain, all sorts of champagne, and pop them color, rate, lele, blue, blah, bling. So therefore, the poor are moving at the era like they done. Them are provide security. They are not prosecuting. However, in return, they want their pockets to be lined with the ill-gotten means, meaning proceeds of criminality, crime that is. You hear the lady them, the residents, I say, yeah, them always are come here and them feel afraid. Those are usually beneficiaries of the proceeds of crime. You saw one young man, him face wrap up and him say, them come before, them get 300,000, them get 500,000, them get $1 million, and them still not satisfied. Greed. So that can tell you, or that should tell you that, listen, this has to do everything with some sorts of illegal activity, in my opinion, chopping. You heard the the senior superintendent of the era, he must say, yes, we've gotten reports. He did not deny that, luckily. However, if you have that problem, come and talk to the poor report. There are options in which you can make reports, and these people will be investigated. So here we have it. He is not denying it. He is not saying that they are doing it. However, at least him not lie and say, not no go so. And then you hear the people, them a say, them coming at the people, them neighborhood, blaze up all sorts of con under false pretense, and people was not there. Maybe when they go in the era, the cliche thing that we always hear, them come under FIRE, wheel and pop off and return like FIRE. Me no know. And like I've always said, there are always three sides to every story. We hear from the residents, the victims. We hear from the poor, but what we did not hear is the truth. And the truth is this. Somebody in another place say a whole lot of persons are beneficiary of crime. Some of these people are chopped and the poor want their part. So therefore, nobody is giving you the truth. What is the ulterior motive for all of this BS? Again, this is Jamaica. If we did not know that we are a piece of ish country and corruption and criminality is in the force and the regular man, now we have some more proof as if we needed it. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.